Okay, y'all. So just to clarify the term systemic racism or its synonym, institutional racism. So, according to Wikipedia, because y'all, so let me just preface this with letting you know my educational background, okay? Because some of y'all just like to come for people for no reason. So let me just say this. Graduated in 2008 with my degree in English. I wanted to be a writer. So reading or writing is not something that comes difficult to me. That's number one. Number two, I went back to school for my nursing degree because I had a sick parent. Number three, not much longer after I had my daughter, I graduated from Emory University's cybersecurity certificate program. So I'm a cybersecurity analyst. So I just want to put that out there. Now, I haven't been in school doing research, so Wikipedia is the best I could do for now. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. I have a young toddler, have lots going on. But I just wanted to bring this up because people kept saying this is not systemic racism, this is not systemic racism. And it sure as hell is. And I'll tell you why from this definition. The top is cut off. I don't know why it's cut off, but if you go to Wikipedia and you match this green screen you see here, it's going to be exact because that's where I got it from. So the top sentence says, systemic racism is a form of institutional discrimination based on race or ethnic group and can include policies and practices that exist throughout a whole society or organization that result in and support a continued unfair advantage to some people, in this case, Black people, and unfair or harmful treatment of others. Harmful, as in breaking the bones of NICU babies that haven't had a chance of life yet. It manifests as discrimination in areas such as criminal justice. In the case that this was actually a Black nurse, she would have probably been her license revoked within that nanosecond, in jail the next 5 minutes, and probably in the death penalty and the electric chair in the next hour. Okay. Employment. We all know that having gainful employment in 2025 as a person of color who is even qualified or overqualified is difficult. Okay. Housing, access to great neighborhoods. We see that already. Healthcare. Okay. How many white people do you see crying out that their baby's bones were fractured in the NICU? How many? And if the perpetrator was a specifically Black nurse, what would happen then? Thank you. Education. Everybody wants to complain about DEI initiatives. Should I say more? And political representation. Come on now. The term institutional racism was first coined in 1967 by Stokely Carmichael and Charles V. Hamilton in Black Power, The Politics of Liberation. Carmichael and Hamilton wrote in 1967 that while individual racism is often identifiable because of its overt nature, institutional racism is less perceptible. That should show you guys that just because it's less perceptible in this scenario doesn't mean that that's not what it is. It is far more subtle. But the subtle part of it is that it actually even got that far. If systemic racism wasn't a thing, she wouldn't have even had access to those babies. Because they would have caught something very early on that will prevent this from even happening at all. I hope this clears it up. Hopefully I have more time to kind of delve deeper into this, but I just wanted to make a video. This story of the white nurse breaking the bones of Black babies is an issue with systemic racism and institutional discrimination based on race or ethnic group. I don't know how else to explain it. If someone else has a more palatable way to explain it, you can stitch or duet this video, or I don't know, leave something in the comments. But for those of you who are saying this is not systemic racism is why Black women are the highest rate of maternal deaths in this country. Systemic racism is why we have so many young Black children in the school to prison pipeline just because of their zip code. Systemic racism is why certain people have access to certain, medical care and others don't. I mean, I could go on and on, y'all. Like, can y'all see it now? Let me know in the comments if y'all see it. Thank you so much.